Hi, my name is Reka Lena. I'm the association manager at ALTO, which is an association for owners and directors of language and educational travel companies. We have members from educational agents, language schools, universities, other associations, and service providers from our industry. And we're conducting an interview series with our members from all over the world, asking them about how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting them as people and how is it affecting their businesses. I have Thiago here today. Thiago, would you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Rebecca. My name is Thiago Espana. I'm the CEO of World Study. World Study is an agent in Brazil, and we send students around the world, for most everywhere. And we have been doing that for more than 20 years. We have 42 offices around Brazil. I think that's pretty much us.
Well-established agency. Well, I was going to ask you, because here in Europe, we're kind of exiting from the lockdown and everyone is sort of relaxing. Schools are opening up, shops are open. But in Brazil, we have news that it's still at the height of the pandemic. What is your personal experience? How is your family?
We're good, thank you. Everything is good, and we are healthy. But Brazil, it's a really large country, so we are facing completely different scenarios in different states and cities and everywhere. So, like Rio and São Paulo, we were the first cities. I'm based in Rio, and really begin here. So we are facing a different phase than most of Brazil. So we are starting to relax some of the things we have been doing to fighting this outbreak, but other cities in Brazil is getting really worse, and other areas in Brazil are really better too. Like in the south of Brazil, it's much better. But in general, if you look at the whole Brazil, the numbers are really bad, unfortunately, and our expectation is not really good, actually, because a lot of places where the pandemic is really starting. So there were cities that we heard about, like cases starting getting numbers last week. So the potential, unfortunately, the potential to grow is still very big for the country. So we're going to see these going for a while.
Yeah, I think it's been similar in many countries, that they've been sort of taking different measurements in different states depending on the numbers. And what are your hopes and what are your expectations in terms of the business? How is the agency doing, and what are your sort of challenges that you see for the future? Or are there any opportunities that you've identified that this is the way to go?
Yeah, unfortunately we are not expecting students to travel this year anymore. We know that most of the countries will close borders or are already closed or will close for Brazilians for a while. So our expectation is we are working to change all the students that we already had enrolled for next year. And we are hoping that in January we can start sending students. Our biggest season is January, because of our summer. So our hope is that we can send students in January. If we can send students in January, the industry here in Brazil will be less affected because it's bad. We have a July season strong as well, and every month we have students. Every week we have students traveling. So for sure, it's a big hit. But if we can work for, our hope is that if for January it's open, it will be less bad. But our numbers are really down. That's not much we can do right now. Everyone is really waiting to see what's going on. Exchange rates with this crisis went really up, so our money got like just for effect. Last year in July, dollar was 3.8. In 2 weeks ago, dollar was 6, you know. So, and now it's around 5. So it's a roller coaster, you know. And when it's doing like this every day, changing 2-3%, the students, they stop and say, hey, I will wait to see how it's going to be in next month to see if I'm going or not. So more than the COVID thing, and more besides that, it's not only this. We have to add the exchange rate problem and the economic crash that we know that is coming around the globe because of those months that was stopped, and even higher here in Brazil because we still have more time with not full work of all the industries and everything. So our expectation now is what we are doing is like trying to cut all the costs we can, trying to freeze everything. We are talking about this with our franchisees. A lot of them, we allow them to quit their leasing. You know, they are not even, they're letting go their space, their venues, and everything. And working from home or working for a co-work place, you know, and waiting a little bit when the things will, maybe March next year. We gave them until March next year. That's our expectation, that everything will be settled down, and they can reopen offices and everything. So we are trying to work new ways about doing what we do with much less cost, hoping that maybe we can balance these less sales and less money coming in, you know.
Well, timing wise, it sounds like if the for us winter, for you summer period comes through, then you could hopefully ride that wave out of travel. Hello?
Yeah, for sure. If we have our summer, it would be much better. If we can't travel, if the Brazilian students can't travel in January, if we lose January and February are really strong months. If we lose that, it's going to be much worse. But I would still hope that until there will be okay, right?
Just a quick question: does your government provide any sort of support to businesses, or do you get any help?
Yeah, it's hard here because the bureaucracy is very large. Like the government gave a lot of money to the banks to get to the business, but the bureaucracy is so big that those money never arrive really easier to us. So I think by the end we will get some help.
Those who survive.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to survive for like 4, 5, 6 months waiting for that, because it takes too much time. The government is giving some money to people, you know, to help poor people to survive, and this is helping a little bit the economy to go on because they're consuming and everything. So creates the economy is less bad than what was, you know. They are giving a lot of money, of like half of the minimum wage for a lot of people, you know, per month for like 3 months already. They are doing that. So this is helping a little bit. But in the other hand, the government is getting trouble with that because they are giving money that they don't have and they didn't expect to spend. So we're going to face, it's going to be a mess anyway for Brazil. But the good thing about this is when you ask about opportunities, that we are Brazilians. We have been dealing with crisis since we born. So this is not something that is hard for us because it is not our normal life. So we kind of get used about this. So we need to be creative. We need to be, you know, to change. And most of our employees are not really afraid, or our franchisees, they are not really you know, afraid or you know, scared about these. They are saying, oh, it's not a crisis, let's jump into that, let's do it, you know, we're gonna pass that. So this is the good thing, because it's easier to motivate because people is already, you know, we create the environment is so difficult always that we create some persona that it's kind of you know, more strong about those crises.
More resilient.
Yeah,
No, crises are coming
definitely,
and going, and we'll get through
definitely.
this. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
definitely.
attitude we are all trying to
Yeah, it's
adapt.
not easy. A lot of days we look and say, hey, wow, you know, how it's every email that we receive from a school that is there for 20 years saying that, oh, I'm sorry about the crash. We are not open again. We are closing our school. It's like, wow, another one, you know, another one. So this is a hit for sure. But every day we wake up again and say, hey, let's do this, let's try, let's find a way. We are looking for other programs. Probably we're going to see a moment again with a lot of people it's getting fired, and they are receiving some compensating money for that, and a lot of them won't find jobs here in Brazil. Maybe they will think about immigrants. So maybe there is an opportunity there, you know, that people who has some money, some savings, and they're looking for change their lives and maybe immigrate, you know, going abroad, going to another country that has more opportunity, because opportunity will be rare here in Brazil for at least 10, 12 months. So maybe for us, we can benefit of this part, you
Those could
know.
be potential clients for you. Well, thanks a lot, Thiago, for talking to me, and good luck. Hope to see you soon in some part of the world.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's try if we can go anywhere, right?
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
very much, Rekha. It's always great to
Bye.
talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.